In this video, let's talk about how to manage your money before it starts managing you. Money is one of those things that has a mind of its own, and if you don't definitively take control of it from the jump, then it will quickly spiral out of control and become the source of a lot of your life's problems. If you're new here, I'm Pietro Conti, and I've worked in the financial industry for the past 10 years. On this channel, I talk about making smart personal finance decisions to set yourself up not only for your personal finance goals, but on your self-improvement journey as well. So if that's something that you're interested in, you should consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video. The first step towards taking control of your money is to understand your money mindset. Take a step back and understand what might be some of your self-limiting beliefs about money. Do you find yourself thinking, I'll never be able to save $100,000, I'll never be able to buy the house that I want to, everything is just stacked against me? I think taking a step back and evaluating what your finances are and how you're spending your money will help alleviate a lot of those concerns. So what I recommend doing is every month go through and track all of your money outflows, whether that's your needs, what you spend on rent, what you spend on your car, what you spend for food, what you spend money on in your free time, how you go out with your friends, how you go on vacation, and how much money that you save. By doing that every month, you'll be able to track, okay, where are my dollars going, so that you're just aware of it in the first place. Then beyond that, what your goal should be is to develop a healthier relationship with money. You should be thinking about, how can money help me achieve my goals going forward? Take some time and think about, what does a good life look like to you? What's a reasonable sized place to live for you? What type of neighborhood do you want to be in? What kind of car do you want to drive? Do not think about the most extravagant, ultimate life goals about living in a mansion or driving a Ferrari around town. Be reasonable and think about, what would you be happy with? What is the type of life every day when you wake up and have a cup of coffee? How do you want it to look? And by thinking reasonably about what would actually make you happy, you can start to look at your money as a tool to help you get there, instead of something that constantly consumes your mind so that you think, I need to make more so that I can achieve a certain lifestyle. The next step towards taking control of your finances is to understand the basics of money management. Money management is really 20% knowledge about personal finance fundamentals and 80% behavior. So all you really need to do is understand the basics in order to make your dollars go as far as possible. If you are tracking where your dollars are going, just taking a step back and looking to see where they go, every month you can kind of evaluate what would be some areas for improvement. If you're spending $50 a month on coffee, that's a place that you can probably save. So what I recommend doing to develop a standard budget is following the 50-30-20 framework. 50% of your take-home pay should go towards your needs, 30% should go towards fun things to do outside of work that you just want to splurge on, and 20% should go towards your saving. First thing you should do as soon as you get paid, take 20% of your take-home paycheck and put it into savings for you. One of the basic things to do is to create an emergency fund within a high yield savings account. So what you should do before you do anything with investing money elsewhere, you need to evaluate from where you've been tracking, what are 6 months of absolute must-have expenses, and work to build that fund. If you open up a high-yield savings account, they have them with Allied, SoFi. You can research. A lot of places are giving really good yields right now. It's like 4% on your money annually that you keep in there. Open up a high-yield savings account, and every month take 20% of your income and just put it into the high-yield savings account until you have 6 months worth of expenses. That should be priority number one, to make sure that you are safe and protected in the event of an emergency. Whether you're laid off or there's a big medical expense, you need to make sure that you are comfortable and able to absorb that hit until you can figure out what the next steps are in your life. And the next step to truly manage your money is to take control of it. You want to automate everything to the extent that you can. There are ways to set up in your high yield savings account or investment funds so that a certain amount transfers over to that account automatically. Rather than try and sit down every month and manually do something, which you may do or you may not, if you can set up, calculate what 20% of your monthly take-home pay is and make sure that it automatically transfers over to an account, it's guaranteed that you are going to do it. You're guaranteeing that you're paying yourself first. And then with that other 80%, you can focus on what it is that you need to actually survive. And then with whatever's left over, you can go out and have fun with that money. If you do a budget under the 50-30-20 framework, like I described, every month you go through, you check and you evaluate where each of your dollars are going so that you can constantly evaluate and refine and improve on areas so that you can keep taking your money so that you invest it into the highest ROI activities for you so that you can keep investing in yourself and start building a flywheel so that your money ends up snowballing into something significantly more than it is today. Once you have your high yield savings account and you have your budget in order, you can start thinking about investing. When it comes to investing, do not just try to put money in the crypto space or some high-flying stock thinking that you're going to make 5 or 10x your money. You need to think long-term over here. And long-term, nobody can beat the stock market. So what I recommend doing is finding some low-cost ETFs through Vanguard or Fidelity or Robinhood. Invest in something like the S&P 500 and dollar cost average your way in. What that means is take the same amount of money every month and invest it at the same time into the same index fund. As the prices are going up every month, you'll be able to participate in that upside. But more importantly, when prices are going down, instead of freaking out that your investments are starting to go down, if you follow this strategy of dollar cost averaging your way in, the way to think about it is that every month that stocks go down is an opportunity for you to buy at a discount. If you believe in the United States economy long-term, or any other index funds long-term, over a long enough period of time, sometimes it's 1 year, sometimes it's 2 years, sometimes it's 5 years, you will see your money compound together and grow to be significantly higher than whatever it was 5 years before. And so consistency is really key here. When it comes to taking control of your money, make sure that you develop a plan that is consistent and something that you can do forever. And as you do that, you'll be able to rein in your finances and keep an eye on it. And so your money will never actually take control of you. It'll be something you always have control over. And as you make more money, you can be intentional about how you allocate those dollars and keep that flywheel going so that you can achieve all of your financial goals and live the life that you dreamed about when you set out on this journey.